Nicki Minaj and Cardi B ended up at the exact same hotel in Miami at the exact same time. When fans discovered this, social media went into overdrive. People were convinced something dramatic was about to happen. They started predicting confrontations, posting memes, and tracking every move both artists made. Some fans even claimed Nicki was hiding from Cardi to avoid a confrontation. But what actually happened was far less dramatic than what the internet expected. The reality of two successful artists being in the same city for work is a lot different from the narrative fans wanted to create. The discovery happened the way most celebrity detective work happens on social media. Fans noticed details in the backgrounds of videos and photos that both artists posted. Nicki Minaj uploaded a video from her hotel balcony. You could see the view, the buildings, and the layout of the area around her. Shortly after, Cardi B posted content that showed a very similar view. The balconies looked identical. The buildings in the background matched. The angle and perspective were almost exactly the same. Fans immediately started comparing the two posts side by side. It didn't take long for people to confirm that they were staying at the same hotel in Miami. Once that information spread, the speculation began. Social media exploded with reactions. People started making predictions about what would happen when these two ran into each other. Some fans were hoping for a confrontation. Others were nervous about potential drama. There were memes showing characters running away or preparing for battle. One popular post showed a screenshot from a sitcom with a character looking panicked, with text suggesting that's how Nicki would react seeing Cardi in the hotel. Another post joked about Cardi hunting Nicki down in the hotel hallways. The energy online was a mix of excitement and anticipation. People genuinely believed that something major was about to go down. The context for why people expected drama goes back to their history. Nicki and Cardi have had public tensions for years. There was a physical altercation at a Fashion Week event years ago. There have been social media exchanges. Most recently, there was a situation where they went back and forth online, and according to reports, comments were made that involved their children. That particular exchange got very heated and personal. So when fans found out they were in the same hotel, they assumed unfinished business would lead to another confrontation. The internet was waiting for round two. But nothing happened. Days went by and there were no reports of any incidents. No videos surfaced of confrontations, no dramatic hotel lobby encounters, nothing. That's when a new narrative started forming. Some people online began claiming that Nicki must be hiding from Cardi. They suggested she was staying in her room to avoid running into her. They said she was being careful not to cross paths with Cardi in common areas. The speculation was that Nicki was scared and actively avoiding any potential interaction. Nicki addressed that narrative without directly saying it. She posted a video of herself outside the hotel, clearly visible and not hiding. She was out in public, moving around Miami, doing her thing. The video seemed to be her way of showing that she wasn't locked in her room avoiding anyone. She was living her life normally and not concerned about who else was in the area. The post got a lot of attention because it directly contradicted the claims that she was hiding. It showed she was comfortable being in the same space and wasn't changing her behavior because of someone else's presence. So why were they both in Miami at the same time? Turns out they had completely different reasons for being there. Cardi B was in Miami celebrating Stefon Diggs' birthday. They were spending time together, going out, enjoying the city. It was a personal trip for her. Nicki Minaj, on the other hand, was there for work. According to posts from her team, she was working on her upcoming album. Producers and collaborators were with her, DJ Booth was there, producer Tay Keith was spotted in Miami around the same time. She was in work mode, recording and creating. Two different agendas, two different purposes. They just happened to be in the same city at the same time. The fact that so many celebrities were in Miami during that period also added context. Ice Spice was reportedly there. Rihanna was spotted in Miami around the same time. It's a popular city for artists to visit for both work and personal reasons. Miami has major studios, great weather, and a vibrant scene. It's not unusual for multiple artists to be there simultaneously without it meaning anything significant. But because it was Nicki and Cardi specifically, people read more into it than they would have if it were any other two artists. Then, another rumor started circulating that added even more drama to the situation. Someone claimed that Offset, Cardi's ex-husband, showed up at a club where Cardi and Stefon were celebrating. According to the rumor, Offset tried to get into the venue, but Stefon Diggs allegedly told security to not let him in. The claim was that there was a scuffle between Offset and security, or possibly between Offset and Stefon. A blogger who's reportedly friendly with Offset posted about this on social media. They said Offset pulled up to the club, Stefon tried to have security block him, but security wasn't entertaining that and let him in anyway. The post claimed there was a small scuffle once he got inside, but nothing major. That rumor spread quickly because it involved all three people in a very public way: Cardi, Stefon, and Offset, all in the one place with alleged tension and security involved. It sounded dramatic and believable given the history between Cardi and Offset. But Cardi B shut it down fast. She went into the comments on a post discussing the rumor and wrote that it wasn't true at all. She didn't elaborate or give details. She just flatly denied that anything like that happened. Her response was direct and simple: not true. That's all she said. For Cardi to take the time to comment and deny it suggests the rumor was gaining enough traction that she felt it needed to be addressed. She wanted to stop the false narrative before it became the accepted version of events. The question is why that rumor started in the first place. Was someone at the club and misinterpreted what they saw? Did someone create the story for attention? Did the blogger who posted it have incorrect information from a source? It's unclear. But what is clear is that Cardi denied it happening and no video evidence surfaced to support the claim. If there had been a real scuffle involving a high-profile athlete and a famous rapper at a Miami club, someone would have recorded it. Phones would have been out, videos would have been posted. The fact that nothing like that emerged suggests the story wasn't accurate. What's interesting about all of this is the gap between what people online expected to happen and what actually happened. Fans expected drama, confrontation, and conflict. What actually happened was two artists going about their lives in the same city for completely different reasons. They likely didn't even cross paths. And if they did, it was probably just a brief, awkward moment of seeing each other in passing and moving on. That's the reality of adult professionals navigating an industry where you're bound to run into people you have history with. The internet has a way of building up situations to be bigger than they are. When you have millions of people speculating, creating memes, and pushing narratives, it creates momentum around a story that might not have much substance. In this case, the story was just two artists being in Miami at the same time. That's it. But online, it became a whole saga with predictions, theories, and false rumors. The Offset Club story is a perfect example of how quickly misinformation can spread when people are primed to believe drama is happening. The reality is that Nicki and Cardi are both at a point in their careers where public confrontations don't benefit them. They're both mothers, they're both successful, they're both focused on their music and their businesses. Getting into drama at a hotel or a club doesn't serve either of them. It would just create negative press, potential legal issues, and distract from their work. So even if they did run into each other, the most likely outcome is that they kept it moving and avoided interaction. That's what mature adults do when they're in an uncomfortable situation. For fans, the lack of drama might be disappointing. People wanted a viral moment. They wanted something to talk about and dissect for weeks. But the absence of drama is actually a good thing. It means both artists are handling their business professionally and not letting old beef dictate their behavior. It means they're focused on what matters rather than on proving something to the internet. And it means that despite what fans might want, they're choosing peace over conflict. The lesson here is that celebrity lives are often a lot more boring than the internet makes them seem. Yes, there's history, yes, there's tension, but that doesn't mean every interaction or near interaction has to result in drama. Sometimes people are just in the same place, at the same time, and nothing happens. Sometimes rumors are just rumors, and sometimes the reality is that artists are focused on their work and their families rather than on entertaining fan theories about beef.